This basket that I have buried in my garden bed might not look like magic, but it kind of is. Inside, hundreds of worms that turn my kitchen scraps into garden gold, all for free. Let me show you what I do with these bins every few weeks to keep it all running smoothly. Hey, I'm Amanda and welcome back to the Provident Gardener. Today, I'm giving my worm bins a little bit of love. We're gonna empty out the finished worm castings, spread them around the garden to feed our plants, and then put in fresh shredded paper, not so fresh kitchen scraps, and cover it back up and let the worms get to work. First up, it's time to collect these beautiful worm castings and give them to our plants to feed them and nourish them. Now, I haven't been out here in a few weeks, so it's likely these worms have run out of food. And all of it is just worm castings now. As you can see, like, look at that. You can't see a trace of any scraps of food. So we're gonna take these and spread them out around our plants here, and they will love it and be so, so happy. This stuff is just gold for the garden. It's full of good nutrients for your plants. So you can see little traces of food scraps in here, but they've turned it all into this lush, beautiful food for my plants. You can't even tell that that was food. It's amazing. This is actually my first year doing in-bed composting with worms like this. And so far, we love it. It has been so excellent. Every time I come and look at these, I'm just amazed. Even when there are still food scraps, you can just see hundreds of worms in there just going to work. Like here, there's not a lot of worms because the food is all gone, but just what they did with all the food scraps. It doesn't even smell. Like my bucket of kitchen scraps here, it smells. This stuff just smells like garden. So like I said, this is my first year doing the in-bed composting with the worms like this. I don't even know if this is the best way to do it. That's how gardening is. We try different things based on what we research and what we think will work, and then we adjust and go from there. So I'm gonna see how it works to spread them around like this. And I think it's gonna be awesome. Okay, with the castings out, now it's time to give our worms a fresh start in this bin. Like I mentioned, I didn't see very many worms in here. That's because they had run out of food. They're spread all throughout the bed under all these plants right now. But as soon as I reset this basket, they're gonna come back. We're gonna start with this freshly shredded paper, put a big handful of it down in here, a little bit more. And then we're gonna get it wet. I need to go turn the hose on. So we're just gonna wet down the paper here. And then comes the kind of nasty part. We save our food scraps, and sometimes they get kind of old. Oh, the eggshells, I'm gonna try to crush up. Cover it back up here with our grass clippings. This is a little on the empty side. As I get more food scraps in my kitchen, I'll come back out and top off all of these. So things I don't put in my worm bins, like oily, greasy stuff, meat, dairy, citrus, onion, I just try to focus on simple plant-based scraps. So like when I make salad, just the scraps from the vegetables I'm cutting up, or when an apple gets bad, or banana peels, things like that. Just like that, the worms will get back to work. They should all, don't ask me how, they just know it's there. They will all come back to the food here and get to work breaking it down into worm castings. You occasionally get stuff growing out of your worm bins. Right here, I think those are peppers. And then these bigger ones are either a melon or a squash, cucumber, something like that. I won't be able to use these. It's too late in the season, especially for the peppers to really get going, but I just think it's so cool to see what your worm bins can grow. Worm bins really are a very easy, low effort way to compost right in your beds and create wonderful garden gold for your plants. If you're interested in this, I have another video talking more about it, and I'll link it down in the description. But I'd love to know, have you ever tried this before? How was it? Let me know down in the comments. And don't be afraid to get your hands a little dirty so that you can create your own garden and grow food for your family. As always, thanks for watching The Provident Gardener, and I'll see you next time.